Hold up. Why do they doubt the kid? I'm about to prove them all wrong again. I got a low tolerance, cause they don't even know what the problem is. It's me. You waiting on the boy to fail, then hold your breath and face your death. Cause you play a roulette with each step I progress, no less. Go ahead and place your bets. Cause we know where we at, we know we top tier. Cause all the hate that you bring, we know it stops here. I'm taking off like a rocketeer and stopping here. It's strange how they cannot see the future but see profit here. Wait up, we gon' always win. Promise that that's not a promise here, that is a threat. You know that I promise to bring the team commas. When the whole team win, that's when you flex. Win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. We already know that we the coldest. Watch me heat it up, let me focus. I'm going toe to toe with foes. I know they notice. I kick in doors, they only hope for closing. Why? Cause they know I go again and go again. And when they in a drought, I'm the one that can make it flow again. Talk to me nice, my team they ready to go again. Running into us, we'll gladly send you home again. Yo, we don't talk, better know the grind, gon' match my walk. I'm a cheat code, I don't take no loss. Making no sense, run up the scope. Cause all I do is win, and I'ma do it again. Watch me win, then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I ain't taking no loss. Look, I'ma always win. I'm winning again and again and again, and it's all on repeat. I'ma just sit at the top cause I'm running it, dog. On me, I don't know defeat. Had to get back on the phone. I told them don't play with my name cause I know that it rings. They want my spot at the top with the crown and they ask who's a rocket. I tell them it's me. I'ma always win.
I ain't looking for handouts, I'm looking to stand out. Got the vision, come and watch how it pans out. I've been writing my plans down, trying to stay focused, put out the notice. Who the GOAT is, me hands down, yeah. No time for arguments, I cut out the politics, don't. It's on my competence, I could cause your apocalypse. Ambition, it ain't for the weak, get it even when I sleep. Ready and willing, what you ready to say?
But I'll find a way, with or without your aid. Oh, you try to make me stay. No, there's nothing you can say, cause I'll find a way, with or without my sails. Oh, you try to make me stay. No, there's nothing you can say, but I'll find a way.
Ambition ain't for the weak, I see it before I speak. Ready and willing, is you ready for me?
Oh, you try to make me stay. No, there's nothing you can say, cause I'll find a way.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to Monday Night WAC Ball. Today's game between the Beavers and the Dirtdobbers, makeup game from last night. Got Beavers and Dirtdobbers squaring off. Storm Mace. Storm Mace on the mound. Blake Tessner up to bat. Swung on and missed for the first out of the inning.
Number 7, Paul McGinnis.
Paul McGinnis steps in here in the first inning for the Beavers. Matchup of two heavyweights here tonight. First pitch strike. Second pitch misses, 1-1 count. 1-2 count to McGinnis. And he goes down. 2 straight strikeouts. Start the inning for Mace. Storm looking good on the mound so far tonight, as we expected. One of the toughest pitchers, if not the toughest pitcher in the league. Chris Piercy stepping in. Takes a ball inside. Swung on and missed. 1-1, Piercy. Swing and a miss, strike 2. That one misses low. 2-2 count to Piercy. Swung on, and 3 quick Ks to start the game for the Dirtdobbers off the arm of Storm Mace. That'll send us to the bottom half of the inning.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
Hey, I'm sorry. It's a new system, okay? Hey, I heard you say. I'm sorry. I'm trying.
Batting, number 3, Elijah Martin.
Like I got this, that's it on me. Fingerprint is in my DNA, ain't no weapon I do.
Larson takes a walk to start the inning for the Dirtdobber. Brings up Tyler Brown. First pitch is a ball to Brown.
15, Tyler Brown.
1-1 count. Swung on. Caught by McGinnis out and left. Gets it back in for the first out. Brings up Andy Upton to the plate.
Stuck in my mind. I couldn't get up. It felt like a predator.
Swung on and missed.
I need to
0-1.
work so I could break out of money.
Got Chris Piercy on the mound for the Beavers tonight. 1-1 count.
Believe it or not, I needed the truth. I'm sick of your mom.
Swung on, good cut there. Fouls it back. 1-1 count, runner on first is Larson. That one misses low. Actually, 2-2 count, I think he got. That one just inside. 3 count. 3-2, full count. Swung on. Hit over to left. That one's going to get down. In front of Chipper, nowhere to go. Andy reaches first on a single to left. Moves Larson over to second.
Number 33, Storm Mace.
2 runners on here. Storm Mace steps in. Big cut. Strike 1. That one misses outside. 1-1 count. Big spot for the Dobbers here, looking to get out front. Ahead here. Runners in scoring position. Swung on and missed. Foul tipped, actually. 1-2. That one spikes the dirt. 2-2 count. Swung on, hit over to left again. They're working on McGinnis out and left. That one's going to score. Larson moves Andy to second. Storm reaches on a single.
Number 14, Colton Coco Larson.
Coco Larson up. 1-0 lead for the Dirtdobbers. 2-0 count from Piercy. We've got 3-0. That one clips the zone. Just kidding, actually 2-2. The pitch misses low. Full count to Larson. That one clips the zone and retires Larson for the second out of the inning. Dobbers got one across the plate so far. Runners on first and second here. Brings back up Elijah Larson, who walked the first time up.
Batting number 3, Elijah Larson.
Backdoor strike there. Swung on, foul back, 2 quick strikes. 0-2. Out misses. Up and in. 1-2 count. Fouled back. Still 1-2 to Larson. Fouled back. Larson's battling up there tonight. Lays off that one. 2-2. 2 outs here in the top of the first. Game 1 of the 3-game set. That one misses. 3-2 count. Good at bat here from Larson to battle back. Swung on, fielded by Piercy. It's going to move up to the third, Mace to second. Larson reaches on a single. 2 out hit there for Elijah Larson. Brings back up Tyler Brown.
15, Tyler Brown. 50, Tyler Brown.
0-1. Second pitch misses. 1-1 count. Bases loaded. Top of the first. 2 outs. Dobbers trying to push a few across here. Two 1 count to Brown. Swung on, fouled back. 2-2. And down goes Brown on strikes. So the Dobbers get one, but the Beavers get out of a jam there. Good job by Chris Piercy there to get out of that bases loaded situation right there. That's going to send us to the top of the second. Again, thanks for joining us tonight, guys. We're making up a game from yesterday afternoon. A little rain shower came through and pushed this one back. So we appreciate you tuning in tonight. One to Chase McGinnis. That one's lifted over to left. Coming in is Elijah Larson. Jumped in there and got 2 feet inbounds for the catch for the first out. Retires Chase McGinnis. That brings up Chipper McGinnis. Powerful lefty. Lefty on lefty matchup here. One count. Mace is working quick. Strike two there. 1-2. And down goes Chipper McGinnis on strikes. Good work from Mace so far. 2 outs quickly here. Brings back up Blake Tessneer. Cut on and missed for strike 1. Cut on again and missed, strike 2. And down goes Tessneer on strikes. Sends us to the bottom of the second. Dobbers coming back up, looking to add more to their score here, up 1-0.
Stuck in my mind. I couldn't get out. It's all my prison. Bibles doing my time. I need your word so I can break out of money.
Hit over to left. Upton sends one to the goat turf banner out in the left field corner. Rips that one down the line. That's two hits for Upton so far. Leadoff man aboard here in the bottom of the second for the Dirtdobbers. Again, Storm Mace, one of the more feared hitters in the league from the left side of the plate. He's a threat to go deep in any moment. So see what happens here. The pitch from Piercy swung on, lifted over to right. And that one's going to be caught in right by Chase McGinnis. It's a big out right there.
Number 14, Colton Coco Larson.
Mace is retired. Larson back up the plate. Coco, that is. Bottom of the second, 1 out. He rips one over to left. That one's going to get by some of the fielders there. Again, it's flipped it over to Tessneer. Errant throw moves the runners up to second and third. Brings back up Elijah Larson. 1 out, bottom of the second. Chris Piercy going to work here with runners in scoring position. Larson fouls that one back, 0-1. Put on a miss, strike 2. 0-2 count. That one misses high for a ball. That one misses low. I believe they might have said full count, actually, so we'll go with that. See what happens here. The pitch misses. Sure enough, Larson goes down to first with the walk. Second walk of the game. Bases loaded. Tyler Brown steps up.
Number 15, Tyler Brown. That's the Tyler Brown.
That one finds the zone there from Piercy, 0-1. Swung on and fouled back. 0-2 to Brown, number 15 for the Dirtdobbers. New addition to the Dobbers here this season. Swung on and Brown goes down on strikes. For the second out of the inning, bases loaded here. That's going to bring back up Andy Upton, it looks like.
That is number 30 and the Upton.
Bases loaded, 2 outs. Holds off of that one. Ball 1. That one finds his own 1-1. Hey, these pitchers are working quick tonight. That one finds his own there too. 1-2 to Upton. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Bottom of the second. Nasty pitch there from Piercy. Gets Upton for the third out of the inning. That pitch looked like a ball, and it dropped in there on the corner, and, man, that was tough. Tough pitch. Hard to do anything with that. I think it's going to go by you for a ball, and it just drops in there. That's tough. Tough break right there. But shows you what this wiffle ball can do. Sends us to the top of the third.
Number 7, Tom McGinnis.
I believe we got 2-0. 2-1. Paul McGinnis, the leader of the Balsic Beavers, puts one in play there. Actually, foul ball. So 2-2 count, I believe. That one fouled back. McGinnis battling here against Mace, who's working quickly. Nasty break there, but just misses. I believe we got a full count. And down goes McGinnis on strikes for the first out of the inning. Tough pitch there. Full count. Just got to try to put it in play. It's nasty to see that pitch coming in there, rising, and tough to break anything with it. First pitch to Piercy. Swung on and missed for a strike. Second pitch misses high, 2-1, or 1-1. The pitch from Mace. Swung on and missed, 1-2. Pitcher on pitcher matchup here. And that one misses low, 2-2. Piercy sends one over to left, fielded by Larson. Nowhere to go with it, and Chris reaches first here in the top of the third. 1 out. Beavers need to push one across here to tie it up. Swung on and missed at the first pitch. 0-1. Chase. 0-2. That's a rip. Automatic double as it gets under the stairs. I'll tell you, that one was eye level here with us in the booth for a quick second. I thought that might have come in here. Yeah, has a rip right there from Chase McGinnis. It's going to move Piercy to third as McGinnis reaches second, brings up Chipper McGinnis, takes the ball outside for ball 1. 3-0. 4-pitch walk to Chipper. I'm not sure if he was pitching around him there and, looked at that and said he had an open base for him, but a walk nonetheless. Loads the bases. Blake Tessner back up for the Beavers as the Beavers need one to tie it up here. Swung on a miss. 0-1. 1 out, top of the third. 1-1. That one misses low. Swung on, miss there. 1-2 to Tessner. Bases loaded. 2-2 count. Tessner goes down looking. That's a tough pitch right there. 45, but that pitch was moving. Looked like it kind of just floated in there. It's one that, tough to do something with. 2 outs on the inning. Brings back up Paul McGinnis. Looking to put something in play here, and he does, but foul back.
Number 7, Paul McGinnis.
Bases loaded. Beavers down to the last out. Got to put one on the scoreboard to keep it going here. Need 1 run. Takes the ball there, 1-1. And if you're McGinnis, it's a balance between being patient and trying to draw a walk. But he says, no, sir. He's going to put that one into play. That one's going to score 2 for Paul. As the Beavers get 2 across here. He said he wasn't being patient. He wasn't trying to draw a walk. He puts that one up the middle. Scores 2 there with a double. Puts the pressure back on the Dirtdobbers with Piercy up at the plate. A boost of confidence and momentum here for the Beavers here in the latter half of the game here, late in game 1. They find some momentum here. 0-1, I think, to Piercy. I believe we got 2-1 count to Piercy. Just kidding, that was strike 3. Missed something there. Mace is working so fast, but big hit there by Paul McGinnis puts the Beavers on top, 2-1 here in the top of the third as we go to the bottom half of the inning. The Dobbers got to have 1 to at least tie this up. 2 runs wins it. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is Monday night WAC ball, and these 2 teams, just like we thought, playing competitively, playing well so far. Brings up Storm Mace to lead off here in the bottom of the third, down 2-1. With 1 swing of the bat, this one could be tied up as the outfield's going to shift.
Number 33.
Not sure if he's trying to tell Blake to go sit on the roof or what, but that one hits for, I believe we got a 1-1 count. Second one I don't think hit. A 2-1 count, I believe. Cut on and miss, 2-2 here in the bottom of the third. Big at bat here for Piercy, trying to get off the first of the inning with an out, if possible, with a 3-2 count. And he walks. Yeah, it's 4 pitches or four balls to Mace. He's going to trot on down to first for a walk. So Coco Larson back up. Tying run is on.
Teed up right now. Tea time. Tea time.
2-0 count to Larson. Trying to lock in here. That one finds the zone. 2-1. 2-2. Dobbers need 1 here to tie it. 2 wins it. Full count to Larson. And Larson goes down swinging for the first out here in the bottom of the third. Brings up Elijah Larson. May still over at first. The tying run here in the bottom of the third. Pitch to Larson. Swung on, lifted into the infield. That one's going to get down. They got time to make a play there on Mace, and they do. Kind of an infield fly situation there, but an out nonetheless. Second out of the inning is going to bring back up Tyler Brown. Brown steps in down to the last out here in the bottom of the third for the Dirtdobbers, looking to find a way on, put one in play. Takes the first pitch strike there, 0-1. Swung on and missed, 0-2. Quick 0-2 count here. Beavers finding themselves here late in the game. And that's your ball game. Brown goes down swinging. The Beavers strike back here late in the top of the third. Big hit by Paul McGinnis. Scores 2 there in the top of the third. And shut down pitching performance there in the bottom half from Chris Piercy sends us to game 2 with a 1-0 series lead in favor of the Beavers. Great game right there. 2-1, the Beavers take it. Got game 2 coming right up. Big thanks to Brandon Henson, owner of Big Dave's Family Seafood, for umpiring for us tonight. Brandon, you want to get on here and say anything to the people? I don't think he does. He's getting back down there to his position. Thought he might want to get on here and shout out Big Dave's, home of the ultimate catch. Not going to find a better meal for a better price anywhere in Rutherford County, especially Forest City for that matter. So be sure to go see Brandon and the team there at Big Dave's. Tell them that the WAC sent you. Of course, I'm sure all of you guys listening have already been there, but swung on. And Brown puts out Tessneer for the first out of the inning here in the top of the first. Game 2. Tell you, Storm's working so fast I can't even keep up. Pushing all these buttons up here, trying to watch the action and watch the scoreboard and hit all these buttons. But he's working fast nonetheless. Second out of the inning, retires Caleb Yiren, brings up Piercy. So we see Yiren getting some action here in game 2. For the Dirtdobbers, you got Mace on the mound again. You got Zach Caldwell entering the game in left. You got Coco Larson in center and Tyler Brown in right. Check that. You got Elijah Larson in center, not Coco. Sorry. Swung on. They're going to. That's an errant throw there. It was a check swing. I think it hit the bat, but thought it might have hit a finger or a hand or a wrist or something. But nonetheless, a dribbler from Piercy moves him over to second on the errant throw. Chase McGinnis back up at the plate. Swings and misses at a pitch in the dirt. Swung on. Caldwell's going to have trouble with that one. That one's going to score Piercy. Heads up base running there on the bobble out and left. As McGinnis reaches first on the single. Chipper McGinnis swings and misses there. Second pitch misses, 1-1 count. Second pitch, or second ball, third pitch, 2-1 count to Chipper with Chase over at first.
Dirty shadows kill
walk to Chipper is going to move Chase over to second. Brings up Blake Tessanier. Blake steps in, feeling the music, swings and misses. Strike one. 0-1 to Tessanier. Runners on first and second. Swings and misses again. And down goes Tessanier for the third out of the inning. Nothing doing there for the Beavers after the first run, so 1-0 is what they're going to take into the bottom of the first, as Piercy scored on the single there to left. Looks like Piercy's going to be back on the mound here in game 2 for the Beavers with a 1-0 lead. Elijah Larson leading off. Swung on and hit over to left, fielded by Chipper. One pitch, one base runner here in the bottom of the first. Elijah Larson reaches first. Brings up Tyler Brown. And he takes the ball. 1-0 count. Holds off of that one. 2-0. That one just misses. 3-0. Brown being patient this at bat. Fouls one back. Had a 3-0 green light from manager Andy Upton. 3-1. Runner on first. Bottom of the first here in game 2. Brown draws a walk. Zach Caldwell steps in for the first time tonight, takes the strike. Oh, 0-1 to Caldwell. Piercy's pitch. Swung on, and that's a shot. And that one's out of here, folks. Touch them all. Zach Caldwell over the fade stop banner. So Hutchins home run off the bat of Zach Caldwell. A 3-run shot. So the 3-run shot from Caldwell puts the Dobbers up 3-1. That one got out of here in a hurry. That was a stroke to the deepest part of the ballpark. That one probably went about 115 feet. Storm Mace puts one into play there, and that one's going to get by Chase McGinnis out and right. And Storm's going to reach second. So no outs here in the bottom of the first. 3-1 already. Dirtdobbers building an inning here as in steps Dylan Hochstetter. Another powerful lefty we've got here in the WAC. Hochstetter steps in and swings and fouls one back. Strike one. Takes the ball there. 1-1 count. 1-1 to Hochstetter. There's a shot, and that one's over the house. That's another Hutchins home run for the Dirtdobbers here in the bottom of the first. Off the bat of Dylan Hochstetter. That one got out of here in a hurry over top of the Big Dave's banner. Dirtdobbers piling it on here with a run. 2 home runs. here in the inning off the bats of Caldwell and Hochstatter. Get all the buttons pushed here on the scoreboard. That one's lifted over to right, or over towards first. Chase McGinnis comes in, makes a great play there for the first out of the inning. Ball's flying out of here tonight at Leland Field. The air is thin. Feels good out here. Feels probably high 50s, I guess. Maybe if I had to guess. I'm no meteorologist, but there's another shot. That one's over to left by Tyler Brown. Caught from left field, and Chipper McGinnis puts that out for the second out of the inning. It's going to bring back up Zach Caldwell. See if he can stay hot here. Takes the ball, ball one. I believe both of those missed, 2-0. The pitch. He just misses. 3-0. That one finds his own. Piercy's able to get that one across for a strike. 3-1 count to Caldwell. And he's going to take a walk. Bottom of the first, 2 outs. Dobbers with a big inning so far. 5 runs on 2 home runs. 3-run shot from Zach Caldwell, his first time up, and then a 2-run shot quickly later by Dylan Hochstatter. Brings up Storm Mace, who's also a threat to go yard with one swing of the bat. This one could be busted wide open. He swings at that one, I'm pretty sure. 0-1. 2 strikes, 0-2. Caldwell on first. Mace steps in. Takes the ball outside. 1-2. Full count now. I think that was strike 2. I think I had the wrong count here. But Mace takes a walk there. Moves Caldwell over to second. Brings back up Dylan Hochstatter.
Number 5, Dylan Hochstatter.
Takes the ball. Swung on. That's another rip over to right. That one's going to get down to the corner between the Magnolia men's banner and the Big Dave's banner. That's going to get 1 run across there for their 6th run of the inning. Another shot off the bat of Dylan Hochstatter scores another run there. If I get all these buttons pushed right. Got 6 runs for the Dobbers there, jumping out to a commanding 6-0 or 6-1 lead as we go to the top of the second.
Number 0,
Caleb Yiron steps in. Yiron walks to start the inning here in the top of the second.
Chris Piercy.
One to Piercy with Yiron over at first. 1-2. Piercy chased that one low. That one misses. 2-1. And down goes Piercy for the first out. Another strikeout from Storm Mace. Chase McGinnis fouls that one back. Chase takes a called strike there and goes down on that one.
I don't think that speed was right.
Yeah, that one was hummed in there, and the radar showed 10, so Chase was a little stunned on what to do there. It felt like it was a little fast, but second out nonetheless. Chipper McGinnis takes ball one outside. Strike there. Strike two. Swung on, that one's going to get over to Mace. Chipper leapfrogs that put out attempt with the errant throw. That's going to move him over to second and send Yiren over to third. 6-1 ball game. Dirtdobbers up here in the top of the second. Runners on second and third. Blake Tessneer up. Swung on. That one's going to get over to left. Fielded by Caldwell. Scores one for the Beavers. So Tessneer reaches. Brings up Caleb Yiren. Takes the ball low. Runners on the corners. Chipper over at third. Blake Tessneer at first. We've got 1-1 to Yiren. Swung on a miss. Strike two. Two. And Yiren swings and misses at that one for the third out in the top of the second. So we're going to go to the bottom half of the inning with the Dirtdobbers up 6-2. Beavers got one back there, so 6-2 ball game. Bottom of the second coming up. We've got 1-1. Both these pitchers are working fast tonight. Elijah Larson at the plate. Two to Larson. Swung on and missed. Larson down on strikes, brings up Tyler Brown. First pitch ball. Second pitch just outside. Swung on and missed there. Strike one. Big cut from Brown. Fouled back. 2-2 count to Brown. Full count. 3-2 to Tyler Brown. The pitch from Piercy is a shot over to left. Just over the new bleachers there in left field corner here at Leland Field. Swung on and missed. Brown goes down for the second out of the inning here in the Bottom of the second, 6-2 ball game. Dobbers still with a commanding lead here. Several hot bats in the lineup, including man up right here, Zach Caldwell. Watches one low there, 1-0. Swung on and missed there. Tried to take a high heater deep again right there. 1-1 count to Caldwell. That one finds the corner of the zone. 1-2. Good inning from Piercy here as Caldwell fouls that one back. Piercy not surrendering a base runner here so far on the bottom of the second. 2 quick strikeouts. Caldwell being patient though. 2-2. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. 2s all around. Swung on. That's a shot out to left. That one's going to be fielded by Tessneer. A loud single, though, for Caldwell. Good job by the Beavers there getting that one in. Runner on first is Caldwell. First base runner of the inning here, bottom of the second. Storm Mace back up and takes the ball for ball 1. Second pitch, misses high, 2-1 or 2-0. Caldwell over on first. Check swing there, misses for a ball, 3-0. Sure, he's got the 3-0 green light, and does, but comes up short, 3-1. That one's outside. It's going to walk Storm, bringing up Dylan Hochstatter. New face to the Dirtdobbers, formerly a member of the Danieltown Dingers, but blockbuster trade in the offseason. Hochstatter joins the Dirtdobbers in lieu of sending Landon Johnson to the Dingers. The pitch to Hochstatter, swung on and missed, 0-1. That one finds his own. 0-2. Swung on. That one's going to be fielded by Chipper, covering center field there on the shift. Just going to load the bases. Hochstatter reaches on the single. Brings up Elijah Larson. New faces for the Dirtdobbers carrying them through this game. Hochstatter and Caldwell. And the patience at the plate from Mace certainly helping there. But 6-2 ball game, bases loaded. Threatening to add some more here. Elijah Larson fouls that one back. 0-1. Swung on. That one's going to get through the right side. Score 1, maybe 2, and it does for the Dirtdobbers. Larson reaches second. Sends Hochstatter over the third. That scored Caldwell and Mace there. So 2 more for the Dirtdobbers, makes it 8-2, brings back up Tyler Brown. Swung on and missed. Strike 1. Swung on, fouled back, 0-2. Tough break there. You know, Piercy had done really well that inning just to kind of limit the damage, but got out of hand a little bit there. Good rip there by Elijah Larson. 2-2 count to Brown. Runners on second and third. Hochstatter at third, Larson at second. And down goes Brown on strikes again this inning. That's going to send us to the top of the third. Dirtdobbers with a commanding 8-2 lead here as we go to the top of the third. Beavers need 6 to keep it alive here.
Now batting number 3, Chris Piercy.
2-0 count, I believe, to Piercy to start off. That one clips the zone barely. 2-1. 8-2. Beavers need 6, which is their maximum for the inning. So got to have 6 here to stay alive. And Piercy walks to start the inning. How you want to get started, for sure. You can't get them all back in one at bat, so got to find ways to manufacture some runs, getting some people on base here. So Piercy does his best to help himself out there by drawing a walk. Brings up Chase McGinnis. Three-0 count. Make it 4-0. McGinnis walks, brings up Chipper McGinnis. And he can cut into this lead quickly with one swing here. So got to think he's looking to go deep over the short porch in right field above the Dobbers nest here. So see what happens. First pitch misses outside, 1-0. Second pitch misses low, 2-0 count. Three-0. And that one clips the bottom right corner for a strike. 3-1 to Chipper McGinnis. Swung on. 3-2. Just kidding. Actually, that's a strikeout. Another strikeout from Storm Mace for the first out of the inning. Runners on first and second for the Beavers. The Beavers need to push 6 runs across here to stay alive in the bottom of the third. So we got one out here in the top half of their inning, so trying to make it to the bottom of the third. Tessanier takes the ball. And strike. 1-1 count to Blake Tessanier, feeling the music. Bobbing his head. That one misses again. 2-2. Tessanier locked in here at the plate. Big moment right here for the Beavers. Swung on, fouled back. That one just absolutely filthy from Storm Mace. Retires Blake Tessanier. The bottom fell out of that ball, and you can't do anything with that. Tough pitch there from Blake. For the second out of the inning, Tessanier goes down. So last at bat here for the Beavers. Beavers got to find a way to start a rally here on 2 outs. The pitch to Yiren finds the zone. 0-1. 0-2 quickly here to Yiren. And down goes Yiren to close the game. That was a heater from Storm Mace. Not sure if there's anything that Yiren could have done with that one had he been ready for it, but 46 blown by him down the zone, and that one's going to shut the door on the Beavers here in game 2 by a score of 8-2. Dobbers take that one. So 1 series win apiece here as we go to game 3. Looks like Andy Upton's going to be on the mound here to close out the series for the Dirtdobbers tonight. Game 3 coming up momentarily, folks.
good now.
All right, guys, back in the booth. They got started while I was outside of the booth here, but Blake Tessner on second. That's a fly ball over in foul territory. That's going to get down. Caleb Yivern at the plate. Blake Tessner at second. Andy Upton on the mound. The pitch finds the zone. I believe we got 1-2 count to Yivern. Here in game 3, each team getting a win apiece so far here in the series. So 1-2 to Yivern. Misses for a ball. So each team is trying to fight for this rubber matchup here, trying to steal the series win. As Yivern reaches on a walk. No outs, runners on first and second. Actually, just kidding. Bases loaded. One of the Beavers was hiding under a log there, so I didn't see him. Chase McGinnis up. That one misses high. Bases loaded. No outs to start the game off here for the Beavers. Walk's going to bring in Blake Tessner. 1-0. Bases still loaded. No outs. Brings up Chipper McGinnis. Low and away. Ball 1. Ball 2. Swung on, and that's a shot. That one's out of here for a grand slam. Makes it 5.
And that's another Hutchins home run.
Chipper McGinnis with a grand slam makes it 5-0. That one got out of here in a hurry. Beavers out to a quick 5-0 lead. Tessner back up. Still no outs. Swung on. That one's going to be fielded by Brown. Great play there. One out here in the top of the first. Good play there by Brown. Out in front of the Dobbers nest here. Brings up Paul McGinnis. That one misses high for a ball. Ball 2 low. Ball 3. McGinnis reaches on a walk. One out, runner on first. Upton trying to find his way out of a jam here to start the inning off here in game 3, giving up 5 quick ones. That one misses for a ball to Caleb Yivern. That one's going to get over to left, fielded by Caldwell, nowhere to go. Yivern reaches on a single over to the left. Paul McGinnis at second. Yivern at first. Chase McGinnis up at the plate. That one finds his own. Good pitch there. 0-1. Swung on. That one's going to get over to center. Mace is going to field it but have nowhere to go with it. It's going to load the bases once again here with Chipper McGinnis back up. So repeat of a situation moments ago where Chipper took one over the house. So He walked him in there for 6 run. I think he's going to try to throw 4 balls here. Okay. Yes, they're going to let him put him on. So that's the 6th run, which is the maximum runs there for the Beavers. So we're going to switch it to the bottom of the first, sorry. Get all the buttons pushed here, get the bases cleared off. Dirtdobbers coming up after a big 6-run inning for the Beavers. Got Tyler Brown going to be coming up first for the Dirtdobbers here in the bottom half. Got some work to do. Down 6-0 after 1, but the Dobbers have a powerful lineup, as we just saw, putting 8 runs up in game 2. So one to Tyler Brown. 2-1. Three-one count. Tyler Brown. Under the lights here at Leland Field, game 3 of a 3-game set. Tyler Brown at the plate. Draws a walk. That's how you get started in the bottom half of the inning, trying to bounce back from a 6-0 deficit quickly. Just got to try to take it one plate appearance at a time and try to stack some walks or hits together. That one finds the zone 0-1 to Caldwell. Just went deep tonight already. Thought about that one, but laid off for a called strike there, 0-2 quickly. That one misses low, 1-2. Nasty pitch there, sends Caldwell down. Great pitch there from Chipper. Tough to do anything with that. Just going to bring up Andy Upton.
I couldn't get out. It felt like a prison. But I was doing my time.
Ball 1.
I need your word so I could break out of money.
Cut on and missed. 1-1 count. Chipper McGinnis. Powerful lefty on the mound. Throwing some heat there at 54. Misses low, though. 3-1. Upton doing a good job being patient here. (3-1) to Upton. Had to get a radar check there. 3-1 count. Upton back into the box. (3-2). Good pitch there. Took a nasty break right there. 3-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for the second out here in the bottom of the first. Brings up Storm Mace. Runner on first is Brown. Mace at the dish.
Number 33,
lefty on lefty.
Storm Mace.
Storm watches one outside. 1-0. That one hits him for ball 2. 2-0. Storm lays off that one. 3-0 count. That one finds his own 3-1. Good job there by Chipper painting the corner. Chase McGinnis feeling it over there in right field. Eye in the sky don't lie, Chase. We saw that. Mace walks to head down to first, moves Brown over to second as Dylan Hochstatter steps up. Hochstatter takes the ball. Who won the first game? So the first game went to the Beavers, second game went to the Dirtdobbers. So this is game 3 here. So each team looking to capitalize on a series win. So 1-1, I think, to Hochstatter. Two, I think, actually. Now 2 outs. Tell you, whack ball happens so fast, it's hard to keep up with everything. These pitchers just fly through stuff. I'm looking down, hitting buttons and reading the chat and trying to switch angles here. So kind of busy up here in the booth tonight by myself. But 3-2 count. Hochstatter rips one over to right off the Big Days Family Seafood sign. That one's going to score Brown. And Mace bumbles and stumbles over there at third. I think he's up safely. So we got runners at the corners. 2-out rally here going off the bat of Hochstatter. Sent one down to the Big Days Family Seafood sign. Swung on. That one's going to get through the right side. Brown stumbled out of the box a little bit, I think. Scores Mace there, so makes it 6-2. Strike one to Caldwell. Swung on and missed. 0-2 quickly to Caldwell. And Caldwell goes down for the third out of the inning here in the first. So that's going to send us to the top of the second. Beavers with a 6-2 lead. Dirtdobbers climb back a little bit there, though. Get 2 across. Manufacture some runs, and we go to the top of the second. Let's see if Upton can bounce back on the mound after a tough first inning. I think he'll have some composure just to kind of fight through this one. Just got to have a short memory here in WAC. You know, things can kind of compound easily if you let them. So never easy, though, and it can kind of feel lonely, as you can imagine, out on the mound, as someone passing by here or gave it a good horn honk there and kind of disrupted things there for a second. Quick little laugh from some of the players here on the field. But 3-0 count, top of the second. Tessner takes a walk. Brings up Paul McGinnis. It's a McGinnis family affair tonight. McGinnis is all around, including in the bleachers tonight. Thanks for all the support from them. That one finds his own. 0-1, I think, to Paul McGinnis. Pastor Paul, Grace Chapel. Swings and misses. 0-2. One, two. Swung on, that one's going to get through over to left, fielded by Caldwell. Moves Tessner to second. Paul reaches. We do have the speed radar on tonight. It's out of the frame of the main shot, so a bit tough to see, but I'll try to keep a tab on that. 2 quick strikes there to Yaron from Upton. Down goes Yaron on strikes. Andy says, Paul not related to us. Well, We'll have to get you to explain that one there, Andy. Ball. Chase, that one's going to get down and off the pitcher there, off of Upton. That one's going to load the bases. Tough break. If I can get these buttons figured out on the bases. I believe we still got. Oh, you got one out. Yeah, Yaron struck out. So 1 out, bases loaded. Chipper McGinnis up. Swung on and missed in the dirt there. He got a hit, so they're going to claim him. So shout out to Paul there. Tell you, he had the game-winning hit in game 1. Top of the third, he ripped one out to center, scored 2 for the Beavers. Not sure if you were watching that or not, but he's had a good night at the plate tonight, has Brother Paul. So. Chipper McGinnis stands in. Upton deals, drops sidearm, and gets him the swing. I thought that was strike 3, but what? No, we got 2 strikes, 1 or 2 balls, I'm pretty sure. Actually 3, just kidding. That's a walk. He's going to score another for the Beavers. Chipper over at first, Chase on second, Paul on third. We got McGinnis all around on the base pass as Tessneer is going to lift one over to center. Basket catch made by the wide receiver on the play, Tyler Brown. Let that ball get deep into his chest there, Robert. You know, on the play, got 2 feet in bounds here. A little basket catch like he was fielding a punt. Second out of the inning on the put out by Brown. Brings back up Paul McGinnis. Best hair in the WAC, undoubtedly. Takes one off the shoulder. Ball 1, sorry. I'm all over the place tonight. That one drops in there for a strike. Good pitch there from Upton. Big spot here. If he can get an out, kind of keep this thing manageable, it's going to really help his cause. Gets Paul swinging there in the dirt. That one was a gift. 1-2 count. Upton deals, looking to get out of a jam. And, oh, man, that one was stabbed by Caldwell on the play. But that one's going to get down and score, I believe, 2 runs. I believe that's going to make it 9-2. As Yaron takes a strike. And a ball, 1-1. Tough break there. Caldwell almost had that stabbed. He reached for it, ball hit off his hand, but I would have been amazed if he made that catch. That ball was a rocket, but good play getting over there, knock it down, prevent it from getting to the wall, honestly. 9-2 Beavers here in game 3. (3-1). And Yaron's going to walk. Top of the second, 2 outs. Bases still loaded. Chase McGinnis up at the plate. That one misses high. Almost off the camera up there. There's a strike. 1-1 to Chase McGinnis. Swung on. That one's going to get through. Fielded by Brown. That one's going to get away and score 2 more. I believe that's 11. Yeah, I believe that's 11-2. That one's going to score 2 more. Chipper McGinnis going to round the bases there. (14-2). After they get 3 more there. And the Beavers busting it wide open here. 14-2 is your score. A lot of work to do here if you're the Dobbers. You got to try to bounce back here as we head to the bottom of the second. No outs. Reset the count. All right. 0-1. The count to Upton. Swung on and missed there. 0-2. Yeah, the Beavers do look good tonight for sure. They came to hit here in the third game for sure. So, but anything can happen. Crazier things have happened, I'd say. We've turned some triple plays out here. We've had some crazy shenanigans. Upton goes down for the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the second. Still the bottom of the second, I think, right? Should be the bottom of the second. Yeah, okay. All right. Getting all of our bearings straight. We've had a bunch of stuff to all right, bottom of the second. Storm Mace up. Little check swing there is going to get over to left. He might try to take 2 here. Man, I thought he might should have went for that. Got over to left, kind of a check swing backside single. Yiren gets over there, fields it, gets it back in. So 1 out. Mace reaches first. Dylan Hochstetter back up at the plate. Cut on and missed. Strike 1. (1-1) to Hochstetter. Swung on, fouled over to the Beavers dugout. 1-2, the count to Hochstetter. The pitch hits him right in the nads, it looked like. But he's all right. Ooh. I believe we got full count. Many of the Beavers thought that he went right there, but they're going to give him some benefit of the doubt. And Hochstetter draws a walk. Runners on first and second. Dobbers got to put together 2 back-to-back huge innings here if they're going to come away with this one tonight. Mace on second, Hochstetter on first. Tyler Brown up at the plate. 14-2 is your score. Brown takes a strike, 0-1. That one misses for a ball. The Beavers came out swinging. You know, it's a tough spot to be in on the mound. You know, a few walks and then some hits. It can just compound quickly, but kudos to the Beavers for putting the ball in play and piling it on. But let's see if the Dobbers can do what they can to put something together here. Got to have 2 big innings. 2 strikes on Brown. The pitch. Full count, says Brandon Henson, your umpire down here on the turf tonight. And that's a called strike for the second out of the inning. Brown goes down. Brings back up Zach Caldwell. Son of a local legend here in the lower end of the county, Mike Caldwell. Not sure if he's watching tonight, but we love you, Coach, if you are. The pitch to Zach. Swung on and missed. 0-1. Good pitch again. Gets Caldwell to swing and miss. 0-2. 2 outs, bottom of the second. Ball misses high there. And Caldwell goes down on strikes for the third out of the inning. It's going to send us to the top of the third. And that's going to be your ball game because of the run limit. That's going to prevent the Dobbers from coming back in the bottom of the third. Can't score more than 10 runs, so this one's out of reach for the Dobbers, but good series. You know, each team had their positives tonight, but being able to, you know, capitalize on some walks early on for the Beavers there in Game 3 was the difference tonight, and they came to hit absolutely. So two tough teams. We look to see more from both of these teams throughout the season, and you know, look for them to continue to play well this evening, or this season, rather. So stay tuned for a long season we still got coming up this fall. So be sure to stay tuned with what we got going on social media. WAC Wiffle Ball League at WAC Wiffle on all the socials, wacwiffle.com. Be sure to stay tuned and check the schedule. So thank you guys for joining us tonight on Monday. We'll be back in action on Thursday. Not sure we'll be streaming on Thursdays. We've started to think about doing content only on Thursday nights, kind of filming more for social media and things of that nature as opposed to the live stream. So be sure to check out the schedule. If you're local, come out with us and enjoy the game. We got 2 bleachers now here at Leland Field. We got a 15-foot section in left field, down the left field line, if you see on the left side of your screen there, and then we've got another section over on the first base side. So plenty of seating here. You no longer have to bring your own chair here at the WAC. So come out to Leland Field in Ellenboro and come see us and support all these teams that are working hard. You know, we've got a lot of competition in the league so far this year. It's shaping up to be a great season. So, again, we thank you guys for joining us. That's it from tonight. Beavers take the series 2-1 with a commanding win here in Game 3 of a score of 14-2. But the Dobbers will be back, I'm sure. Tough lineup, top to bottom. So, again, thank you guys for joining us tonight. Y'all be safe and have a good night. We'll see you